Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Friday, the 29th of August. Starting off with the S&P, which is looking healthy after the RSI trendline break that we had through 62. We already flagged that before, and the market pushed on well after breaking that. It's a leading indicator on the upside, and it was by a day or two. Top of the channel there from back in April up to the 66.30 area, about a little bit more than that perhaps, and we're looking for that while we're above the floor of the April channel there at 64.15 currently. Worst case is we need a test of the 50-day line 63.06, but as we haven't been below that since back in May, maybe the downside less severe than that. Next on the list is, as usual, the Nasdaq 100, and here having another go at getting towards the long-awaited 24,000 area. We've got that rising trend channel from back in April. Top of the channel, they're heading for 24,500. Thinking of that, hopefully by the first half of September. Best case scenario, the next month or two would be up to 25,700, which is the January resistance line projection. On the downside now, not expecting anything worse than the August support there, 22,600 at the worst case scenario. Moving on to the stocks and starting off with a return for Agrify, and here you can see that we've broken through recent resistance through the $35 area. Above that, looking for the top of the rising trend channel and the old November peak there towards $80, perhaps as soon as the end of next month. You could possibly tighten the stop loss there towards $37, $38 as that was resistance on the way down back in December. Moving along to Aethlon, and here we got second time lucky in terms of the potential upside. The V-shaped bull flag resting on the now rising 50-day line, RSI 50 rebound. So it looks as though we're going to get a retest of the $2.80 zone or $2.70 zone, depending on what you feel like, by the end of next month, especially while there's no end-of-day close back below the old resistance there from back in June, around the $1.94 area. AQB is next, AquaBounty, which has finally soared through resistance there. The resistance in question around the $1.25 level. And in fact, we saw through it and then came back below it. But while we're above the former November resistance around 106, looking for the main retest of the main $1.60 area, hopefully by the end of next month. On to a stock which is new to us, which is Caliber. And here we've got a broadening triangle base, top of the triangle there, around $5.60, and we're looking for that over the next couple of weeks, especially while we remain above recent broken June resistance around the $4.20 area. Fathom is back, and because we looked at it just a couple of days ago, here we've had a retracement from the top of the channel there towards $3.10. But at least while we're above resistance on the way down around the $2.05 level, looking for $3 plus over the next couple of weeks or so. An interesting setup coming here from Gryphon or Gryphon. Here we've got a rising trend channel. Top of the channel there heading for $2.50. You could say that that's a higher channel that I've drawn, but let's go for the $2.50 anyway. While we're above a recent broken resistance around $1.50 or so. So that leaves a reasonably decent risk reward situation on that one. Moving on to Ineo holdings, and here you can see that we've got a position where we've got a broadening triangle base. The top of the triangle there level with the 200-day line around $1.64, and we're looking for that while there's no end-of-day close back below the 50-day moving average at 108. Ideally, we stay on the right side of $1.20, but that might be expecting a little bit too much. Happy to see Masterbeef soar after we looked at it the other day. Here we got the target hit there around $10.80. Above that, we're obviously looking for $16 plus over the next couple of weeks, which is the top of the 2025 range, or at least the July range for that stock. Offerpad is next, and here you can see that it's the second time lucky in terms of breaking the main $5 resistance there, top of the triangle there up to $7. Looking for that in coming days, even as soon as today. And if you're a fan of the shares that are looking for greater glory, then it would be the upper parallel of that triangle, which currently is pointing towards the $9 plus area. That's maybe a target for the end of next month while we're above the $5 resistance. So here we're looking at a stock which we looked at just the other day, which is Pitanium, and here had that little range between, let's say, 120 and 220, and the share's just nudging through the top of that range. Want to see an end day close above 220 to give us then the possibility of a move up to the $4 to $5 area, which was or is not only old resistance on the way down, but also the area of the 50 and 200-day moving averages. But the RSI getting back above neutral 50, tying in with the $2.20 plus level could be very useful for that situation. That's it for me today. More updates over the weekend.